So I made a game. It's called Zombopoly. You can play it at this link. The reason why it's called Zombopoly is because originally it was a lot more similar to Monopoly than it is right now. But the name sounds catchy, so I stuck with it, even though it has very little to do with Monopoly. And the requirements for this game were generated from a roulette wheel, which I spun, and the first one that I got is this one. This is the final product of that, which has accrued probably 300 hours of my life. There is a how to play sheet um, that looks terrible because uh, Godot does not like text very much, but this game is a multiplayer game that functions as a single player game majority. I'm going to play with three players. These three in particular because they have the most story relevance. There is a story to this game, even though I didn't do too much of that. It's visible on the menu. The idea of the game is that you are the little freakazoid and you can walk around inside of this circle, and once you're done or once you've figured out where you want to go, I'm going to go down here towards this item, but this character is going to beat me to it, so I'm going to go here. You can end your turn, and theoretically you would either pass this to the next player that you're playing with, or if you're playing on Discord, that person would narrate to you what they want to do, and you would go there. Like if my friend was playing, well, hypothetically, if I had friends, they would go, I want to go around here, and I would go click there. I love this bug. It's so stupid. But the primary idea of the game is that you walk around the map and collect items, which are these particles. You're supposed to like find that out. It has this roguelike aspect where you are supposed to find out what you're supposed to do throughout playing the game instead of me telling you what to do. But there are these enemies around which you can touch to fight. I'm not close enough to this guy to start a fight, but next turn I will destroy him. There are these healing areas which are trees, and the pink radius around them, if you stay within them and you have low HP, they will heal you. This area is pretty good because there's a lot of items over there. The combat system is pretty simple. You're added to the queue, and then the enemy that you're in combat against is added to the queue at the bottom. By the way, this is the turn order. If I special attack this guy, he's gonna explode. But these AP that you have is the resource that you use for the special attack. It costs a certain amount of AP that changes depending on the character. There's an item around here, so I'm gonna like camp this area with this character to show you the items respawn. You see, it's not the same item. It shouldn't be. If it is, that's very rare. They are picked from an item pool, so you can see what items you have here. Clicking on it will tell you what you have and what it does. If you remember at the beginning, there was a warehouse. I'm gonna go back there with this character to show you. Oh, actually, right here. As you can see, this was this item before, or this was this item before, and this area spawned this item, but this time it spawned this item. So it is different. If you are inside of this building and another character is inside of that building, you can trade with them by initiating through this menu. Itch.io decided that my picture is going to be really large today. If this is the same item, what did I get? Okay, it wasn't the same item, it was just the same color. So this character starts with a base of 10 money, so I don't actually need to fight anything to go into here. These are dungeons. You need money to go into them. Each of them have different costs. I don't remember. That one's 30, I think. So this character is going to need to fight a whole bunch more people in order to get to that 30 benchmark. And as you can see, if there is multiple enemies in radius of each other, they will gang up on the character that they're attacking, which is good for me because that means that I could showcase more of the combat features. One of them just died, so it's dead now. Gonna wait here. And as you can see, she's still in combat. She's in combat with this guy, even though this guy was the one she started combat with. And maybe that's big enough, yeah. So now she's in the dungeon, and she's going to go into the dungeon 2. This combat is about to be over. And when you're inside of the dungeon, one of these guys is randomly going to be a boss. The boss is a lot stronger, and I do not have, I don't have the good enough items to fight the boss right now. So I'm going to try to not get into an interaction with the boss. Okay, this isn't the boss. But the general idea is that you go around collecting items to get strong, and when you get your items, you will try to fight bosses. Once you beat all 5 bosses, there are 5 dungeons on the map. You have to... I'm going to heal here. She's at 16 HP, and she's going to heal 9 HP because it heals a percentage of the maximum HP. But the general idea is to beat probably this guy. If not him, then this guy. One of them is the boss. You're supposed to beat all 5 enemy or bosses on the map, in which case you can end. As you can see, she healed because she was in the healing area. These guys are coming out of here. Stop tweaking on me. That's an itch bug, by the way. It's really funny. That's pretty much... Why is this happening so frequently? I thought I fixed that. I think it must be because they're running on a different rate or something. I'll have to look back into that. There's a lot of flaws with this. Wow, you... So, ooh, that's a legendary item. I'm going to try to go get that. There are a lot of flaws with this game. I really did my best. All of the stuff is drawn by me. These little fuckers, they're all drawn by me. I got the tile sheet from online just for the background, like the backing tiles. These are drawn by me too, as you could probably tell by the fact that they're shit. If I get into a fight, you will also be able to see that all the other characters are drawn by me. Their portraits, these are also drawn by me. And if I was an intelligent person, I would finish this game to a more good state and release it, but right. I should probably showcase the run feature. That's another feature that I implemented. So I'm going to have everybody run towards an enemy. And when you run, it'll like set her away from the guy, so she's not going to be able to re-end her combat with him by accident. Can you? No. I'm going to beat this guy up for his pocket change. I should have like used this and destroyed him. Ah, crap, he didn't drop enough. But that is the general idea of the game. When all 5 bosses are beat... Oh, I should probably kill somebody on a boss to show who has the lowest HP. You do. When one of the players dies, they are turned into a zombie. And that zombie can attack other players. They keep their own items. So, like, when she gets zombified, she'll have all these items and half of the HP. So it makes it really dangerous to have somebody die, because you can get somebody with crazy good items, like all this stuff, and if they die, I mean, she's not really at risk of dying to these guys, but if they died to one of the bosses, it would be a problem. And I played it with my friends. People seemed to like it. I didn't add any music because I wanted everything in the game to be made by me. And I felt like if I didn't make my own music, that it would be a cop out. Because these little guys, I think I did a good job. I think I did an okay job on the portraits. This zombie in particular, I really like because he's really silly looking. I'm gonna destroy that guy real quick though. The players can't attack each other unless they're zombified. As you can see, I'm, rubbing against her. What the fuck? Huh? How did come back? How did that? Godot probably had a tile map issue where the tile map on the bottom decided that it didn't want to be a tile map anymore, and it made a line in the middle of the screen. If I were to do this all over again, I would redraw everything because I've gotten significantly better at drawing in the month that it's taken me to do this. These little guys look a lot better than their portraits, which is kind of ironic because I thought that their portraits were pretty good. Her in particular, she has a good portrait. This one. Let's restart the game so that I could show you all the portraits. 4 players. As you can see, they all have decent portraits, but not too fantastic. The lore decided when I pasted it in to look like this instead of my formatting because Godot decided that it didn't like my formatting very much. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm relatively proud of this because it is technically the first full game that I've made that has like every single part of a game, but it taught me a lot about being a solo dev and trying to do everything on your own because it's been really difficult trying to do every single thing on my own. Like this whole title screen, I drew all that. I drew all this. I did all the programming. It's been pretty stressful. Oh yeah, hers is also a really good chibi model. I think I did a good job on hers too. Oh right, the inside of the warehouse. You can move around in here. If there were other players, they would come up in this bottom corner. If they were inside of the warehouse, so that you could trade with them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. She has nothing in her inventory. Everything looks good. Relatively happy with this. Oh shoot, I just realized that the whole thing has been weirdly spaced. Okay. I guess it has to do with your space on this. I had a friend who had a problem with this, and it actually doesn't look terrible like this, but that's not the intended way to play it. As you can see, everything is sort of intended for 720p and not, or 1280 by 720 aspect ratio. I don't know. In the itch.io settings, it's supposed to be 1280 by 720, but I think that itch.io just didn't really want that to happen, so it rendered it however it wanted. And that's pretty much it.